What's up, y'all? We are now live. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe. It's been a minute since we did a live chat and react, so I definitely want to go ahead and get into it. Y'all know I'm a woman revolution, so I am going to be behind the scenes doing my thing today. I've already been on screen earlier today, so be sure that you check out that live from earlier. But like I said, I am going to be hanging out behind the scenes. So grab your treats, grab your snacks, whatever the case may be, whatever you need to get into this thing. Y'all, I made some Rotel dip. I actually made it for Christmas with the assistance of my mom. So I tried it without her because Rotel is one of those things that I've always loved, always wanted to know how to make. And I tried it. So I'm really curious as to how I did. We're going to do a first impression because I'm like, let me see what I did. Okay, I did that. I can get jiggy with that. And I got some cran mango um juice. And I got some jalapenos. Oh wait, because I ain't even tried with a jalapeno. I just went in for the bite, and I'm glad that it tastes like Rotel's what Rotel is supposed to taste like. Because y'all know I be in the kitchen with KD. Sometimes things don't always go out as planned, but this definitely went out as planned. Just like sometimes things don't go as planned is where people didn't know that TikTok might be, gone from us. But y'all, I saw where if y'all tuned in to my public watch later list, as you should be, it should be saved, where there was a report on the news from Fox News where it's saying that Florida is going to ban children under 14 from social media. So I wonder how y'all feel about that. Do y'all think that children under 14 should be banned from social media? Personally, me being me, I feel like they should. I don't like seeing them on social media right now. I'm trying to figure out what are they doing here, because when I was 14, I was on myscene.com. When I was 14, we were playing the games off the cereal boxes. That was as far as we were going, as far as like being on the internet. But okay, so I'm not gonna say, because by the time I was 14, I will say at least MySpace was created, and Facebook was coming about. Twitter was still text to tweet. Some people don't even know what that is. Like I literally was in the ground stages of Twitter. So seeing all this other stuff is wild. But when I was younger, I see why my parents did not want me on social media, because now that I am in my third decade of life, and this is full time what I do for business, part time what I do for, leisure, and just, seeing what's out there in the world and what other people do. I like seeing other people's experiences. I like when my worldwide audience tune in, so we get to see what's happening around the world and stuff like that. So I'm here for it, but I do feel like there is a line that needs to be drawn again. We need to have rites of passage again. I mean, like Blue Ivy, Northwest up here trying to keep up with, like, they would not be the Disney Channel kids. Disney Channel kids would not be walking around like that. Disney Channel kids had on 14 layers of clothing in Orlando, Florida, in Hollywood, in Hollywood, California. No one was really. That's why I'm just like, right now, the fact that kids don't even have their That's So Ravens, their Lizzie McGuire's. I don't know who the boys really looked up to besides maybe like the athletes, because I'm not a boy. But for the girls, we definitely had people that were our age. We had like our London Tiptons. You had the girls from the shows that I'm not going to say like aspire to be, but you could relate to. That's literally what it was. Now that I say that out loud, it was definitely about the relatability of the matter. It was always a child, because now they sit here trying to relate to city girls. They got on lace fronts and thigh-high boots with heels on them. I told y'all I just saw a little girl that's supposed to be the Miss Preteen somebody of something walking around in not a mini skirt but a micro skirt and thigh-high heel boots. And I was just like, baby, if we was going to have some up-to-the-knee boots, they had to be as flat as the Pilgrim Steppers, and the boys was going to talk about you. But we thought we was flying our Pilgrim stepping boots. I don't know what's going on nowadays, okay? So, with them saying that the children will be banned from social media, I feel like it's long overdue. I feel like even in the entertainment industry, they need to get back to letting kids have Kid representatives, yeah. That's what it is. We was like, even in the movies, like kids don't even go to the movies anymore. It was like we were going to go see Twilight. We were having battles of Team Edward and Team Jacob. You know, High School Musical, Corbin Blue and Zac Efron. You know, we were waiting for the next Final Destination to come out. These kids don't have that anymore. They have the phone, Instagram. I mean, like, do kids even want a bike for Christmas anymore? I know some of them do. But I'm just saying, like, the teenagers, if it ain't the latest phone or the latest gadget, it ain't something that they want to rock with. And I don't think that that's what we want for the future collectively. At least I don't. So if they have to get off the internet, like I said, I believe it's long overdue. So, because y'all know what's crazy? Because I'm like, if I use my new headphones that I got for Christmas to watch this, hopefully the sound does not mess up. I'm really not certain how that's going to work, but I feel like it would be really cool to listen with my headphones. I feel like I should test this first, but hopefully we'll be all right. Hopefully we'll be all right. Let me see, because I love my Skims beats. Okay, so let me see. We got it plugged in. We want to do sounds. Yes, external headphones. And I really can't hear. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. I'm like, so yeah, I gotta hurry up and get jiggy with the program. Okay, so let's open a new tab. So while this ad is doing this thing, yeah, because it's 2 minutes long. Y'all know I love to read the description so I can see what's going on. So it says, Erica Donalds, faculty at the Leadership Institute, explains possible issues with enforcing the Florida law that seeks to prevent children under 14 from accessing social media. Okay. So, I might have some issues. I don't know what's the issue. What's the issue? What could it possibly be? I feel like 14 is a really good age to start to be on social media, but prior to such, it's just like these kids still need to be learning how to form a grammatically correct sentence. It's because they don't. I mean, they barely can remember the difference between the homonyms. It's not even barely. They don't. They put an S on the end of mine. It be mines. It's always plural. It's like, what do you mean, mines? I don't get it. I don't get it. And then it be the parents that be teaching them this kind of stuff, and that's why I'm like, what could possibly be the issue with the ban? What could be preventing such? Wait a minute, she said starting next Wednesday, no one in the state of Florida will be allowed to have a social media account if they're under the age of 14. Because that's my thing too, because I'm like, who is signing these kids up for these accounts? Yeah, shut them down. Because I just don't understand, like I said, especially knowing that in the day and age of digital marketing and advertisement dollars that we use the platform for as far as business, even outside of that, it's social media. These kids need cereal box games if they're going to be on the internet. They need to be on playing the dolls, myscene.com. What else was we playing? Like I said, cereal box games. That's really all I could think of off the dome and the top of my head of like what we were playing besides my scene. But I know it was games. It was literally games before even the internet. We had to play the pinball, the solitaire. I mastered Minesweeper. That's my game now, and I love that one because everybody act like it's so hard to play. It's like Sudoku. It's just like, no, it's not hard. You just You gotta know what it's math. You just gotta know what you're doing. You counting. That's it. You staying away from the bombs that blowing up. Like, come on, it's fun. Um, Spider Solitaire. Cause I'm like, child, even if we chatted, it was like email, but also it was you couldn't see anyone. You had avatars that you created, so it wasn't necessarily photos. Like I said, when we got to photos, it was like MySpace, and that was what made MySpace so cool. It was like, okay, because now we can actually see people. That was like the transition into like hanging out on the internet. But prior to, yeah, no, no. So I wonder what sites they deem as harmful to minors. But I do like the ban is to prevent kids under 14 from having social media. Parents can decide if the 14 and over children can have the account. So it's like, yeah, you need to go ask your mama. You ain't just finna be signing up and they finna be allowing you to. And I'm like, I guess I don't know, cause I'm like, how did you even sign up? I guess it's just your birthday. Even still, yeah, we report and we need to have a button so we can report anybody that done finesse they went to. As soon as we find out you under 14, immediately reporting this account to be deleted. Cause and they need to make a little website for the kids in if they want to hang out. I don't know, but I can say we kind of infiltrated their space on TikTok, so I give them that one because I'm not really on TikTok anyway. But as far as Instagram, Facebook, uh, I'm like those are the main ones because they can still hang out on YouTube because I feel like that's honestly where they should be. You can learn a thing or two over here. Honestly, where they need to be hanging out at shit. Shoot. But yeah, get them off of the Get them off the Meta World platforms. That's definitely what it is. Get them off Instagram and Snapchat too, cause they definitely wild on Snapchat. Please get them off Snapchat first. They worried about TikTok. Mm-mm. Look, she's saying, well, that's the problem. Mm-mm. We don't need that to be the problem, cause I'm like, we gotta get through this. So let's go. Parents' rights and constitutional protections. Okay, because there are children who have parents that are okay, but then that's a creator account. That's not just because I just don't think they should just have these personal accounts for the sake of hanging out on the internet because they're not hanging out outside. Or wherever kids be hanging out at nowadays, besides outside. Cause yeah, that's why the malls don't be malling. Like we used to go to the mall like that. That was the hangout spot, the drop off spot, the hangout spot, the mall, the movies, arcade. I mean, we even went bowling. Yeah, we used to go bowling. Okay, hold on. I got to think about that was when I was at least 15, 16. I'm like, hold on. Let's go back to 13. Let's go back. Okay. So yeah, under that 13, I would have been 8th grade. Okay. So yeah, cuz it's just like they're in middle school anyway. Again, cereal box games. Mhm. Mm. We used to play Fear Factor online. Mhm. Mhm. We used to play that in school. That was one of the websites that we could access in school to play Fear Factor. Yeah, because we could only play games. To the point where you couldn't even access certain websites. And you definitely wasn't going to be on MySpace at school. Nope. Can't access that. But I don't even think they knew to block out, the game websites like I said, the cereal box games and Fear Factor. But that's just even on the TV. They'll be like, play Fear Factor online. It's kind of like a Family Feud. They were like, you could play online. But that's what it was. Oh, okay. So that's why they wanted to be more federal than just in the hands of the states. Because yeah, we do need to crack down on the gift. See, and that's what I can appreciate. Just this is what makes me the conservative, because it's just like I feel like that is a little too progressive to have kids. It's I just need you to reel it back in, because the kids don't be kidding no more. The kids, yeah, they ain't kid. You got to reel it back in. Again, I don't think it's anything wrong with YouTube, because YouTube has guidelines. YouTube gonna always have a guideline that you must stay within, or you getting shut down. No problem with them being on YouTube. TikTok, again, that was their space before the adults decided we was gonna join in on the musically fun. Snapchat, like I said, they wild over there. Shut it down. I'm surprised. Oh, I guess because they're not really on Facebook, because the old people on Facebook, because yeah, that makes sense. But Instagram at the bottom, and over 40% of them are on Instagram. Yeah. Because I'm like, maybe they wouldn't be so bad on TikTok if the adults never got on there. Because I don't know, because I just don't see anything wrong with the TikTok part of it, because I just feel like all they do is dance over there. But maybe that's how they really be bullying them, because if some people may have something to say, yeah, because TikTok gonna always have an opinion. And there might not be no guidelines on there, because like I said, YouTube gonna always have a guideline that you got to stay within. And 87% of kids 13 and 14 are on YouTube. And I would say, as a parent, that's the safest one, honestly. Outside of a video game or anything else that's out there for them to be on, I just thank God that Instagram or Facebook is not in the 87% of what they're doing. Because I'm like, what are they watching? What are the pranks? I can believe they're watching pranks, and what else? But I could see them definitely keeping the pranks up. Oh, Mr. Beast. They keep it Mr. Beast. Yeah, they keep Mr. Beast in business. Oh, ᴏᴜ. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying, because they're watching stuff like that. But I would say Mr. Beast and Kai kind of do make entertainment. Well, it's family friendly. I can say it like that. It is very, well, I don't know. Because it kind of reminds me of Bam from MTV when I was growing up. I can't remember what Bam's show was called. But child, he was always doing wild and crazy experiments and stuff like that. It was kind of like what pranks were before pranking was like the thing to do on the internet. So yeah, it's not that bad. I'm like, do we care about how the kids will feel about it? They're under 14. Make them do something else. for that to be the question, how would the kids feel? They'll feel like they can't wait to be 14 so they can get on social media. That's how the kids will feel. What are you saying? Bring back rites of passage. Like, that's what it would be. Just like when I was growing up and they said you had to be 18 or older to order stuff off the TV. I couldn't wait to be 18 to order stuff off the TV. Internet came around before I turned 18, thankfully, but if the internet hadn't come around, I would have had to wait until I was 18 to order stuff off the TV. That's just what it was. You had to be 18 to order. And they would say it real fast. Because your 8-year-old self would think that you could order it. So you hear that last little bit real fast. And then you just start bringing that to them. So you must be 14 in order to sign up. And you must have parent permission under 18. Yeah. Because your mama need to know that you signing up. And I stand firm on that. Do you know that your daughter is finna sign up for this account? Do you know that your son is finna sign up for this account? Because, yeah, them kids be getting on there, getting catfished and lured into bad situations. I told y'all, every time I think about it, it reminds me of Degrassi. The first episode was Emma getting swooped up by some man because he done posed as Jordan from another school. She done linked up to meet with him, and she done had to run into a freaking bathroom to have her friend. No. Yeah, she called her friends, and the friends went and got her mama. Thank goodness. But, child, yeah, that's probably, let me tell you. And I be thinking about that, too. I'm like, that's why these kids need to be watching shows about stuff that happened. Because I'm like, I'm glad I'm not the only person from my generation that still is like, I can't be a teen mom. Because even though we in our 30s, it's just like we grew up watching Teen Mom. And it was just like, oh, hell, no, I can't do that. It's a large part of us that have that pit in our stomach that's just like, I cannot be a teen mom. And it's like, oh, wait, I'm 30. But still, watching, like I said, Macy, Amber, all them with them kids at 16 again, starting off at the intro. Oh, I'm the cheerleading captain. I love skateboarding. I love this. I love that. And then the intro ending and I'm pregnant. Oh, girl, it got ghetto real fast. It was just like, girl, no. And to this day, they pretty much still struggling, especially Janelle. Oh, poor Janelle. Oh, God, watching her and her mama and Jay's. And then they're going to have more kids. Kale got all these children from all these daddies because she still got a hole in her heart because her mama just won't love her. Like, that's why it did not end. It did not end at 16. That's probably why we still have that pit in our stomach that's just like, I can't be no teen mama. Like, no. Literally having to watch them still go through this on social media because Dr. Phil decided to put them on the TV to scare us not into having children. So it's a good percentage of us in our 30s that it worked on. Some of them had that hole in their heart they was trying to fill with them kids, but others, we couldn't go for it. We couldn't go for it. No. And also, when I was under 13, I was on YouTube. I was watching to be able to date. Like, this is what was happening. That's why I'm just like, that's why I'm like, for them to be on YouTube again, I think is fine. Because, what was her name? Not Penny. Pinky Jenny. Oh my God. We literally got to watch her get married. She was probably one of the first marriages that we got to see on YouTube. But now that I'm older and I realize they went to Vegas to get married, that might not even have been a real wedding, which is why the split between her and Moby was just like so easy, because now that I know you can do fake weddings at a chapel, or it's called a certificate of commitment is what you get. It's not a marriage license, but you get a certificate of commitment, and they don't say I now pronounce you man and wife. They say I now pronounce you committed to each other. And I'm like, I never realized certain little things like that, because I watch plenty of people get these Vegas chapel weddings on YouTube. These people be fooling us, and that's why the kids will be all right. Yeah, get on here and just watch YouTube, because everything else, you ain't ready for it just yet. Okay, so they don't want it to be banned. They just want to have control, which I could understand. Because, like I said, as long as you get, it's just like, hold on, what do you on here? But again, what would it be for? Because, again, under 13, I just feel like you could play a game. You should be a you got games on your phone type kid. Because that's how I grew up. It's just like, you're going to play these same little categories on the side of this YouTube channel: gaming, sports, courses, fashion, beauty, music, trending. Hold on, because I'm like, they even got a live category. I need to see if I'm over there, because that also might need to be a 2025 goal. Because I've got to figure out what category I'm going to pop up on. But that's not what we're here for. We're here because I'm in Florida, and I'm happy, even if I wasn't in Florida, that it's a ban coming. Because again, like I said, I get tired of seeing children on social media accounts. But then again, I'll see some kids post stuff and their parents will be in the background. Like I said, the little girl that had on the god doggone not mini but micro skirt with the thigh high heel boots, her mama and her daddy was in the background jigging. And I'm just like, well, I told y'all I don't care what they thought was right. No, she can't even walk into a church like that. Why? And then, like I said, she's supposed to be a Miss Preteen something, which means she's a representative of preteens, and that is not how we want preteens to look. Like a 22-year-old Tyler, who the girl was dressed like because she was going to Tyler's concert. Tyler's 22. Tyler can wear micro skirts because she's 22. Your daughter is Miss Preteen somebody. Why do you have her dressed like a 22-year-old? I also noticed that when Tyler wears them micro skirts, she has on shorts underneath them. Y'all don't even have enough couth within y'all to put shorts up on under these children's skirts. Like, when I was wearing the little skirts, they were skirts. I'm over 30 and still love a good skirt. Does it have shorts? If it doesn't, there's a high chance that I'm going to put some shorts underneath it, because I still want to do a cartwheel. Put it like that. And these kids are kids, and they should be doing cartwheels and running and jumping off stuff and doing things that children do. Because I'm always going to be a child of God. So, yeah, yeah, get my joy in where it comes. Oh, she said she got 3 teenage boys. Okay, so 80% of parents said that they would like to have control versus having it actually banned, which, again, that's all we saying. Yeah. We just need them to know that their child is signing up. Yeah, because we don't need them running around here on the fences again, talking to people that are not their age. It's as simple as that. Because I don't even want to project anything that is negative, but just being frank and simply put, we don't want 13-year-olds talking to somebody whose number is flipped. And the reason why that does have to be said is because they be having children, and that is the fact of the matter. Like, it's kind of, we're not here for that today. I don't know, we might be, because we don't want to be there. Matter of fact, because I'm like, did I put it in the watch later? I saw a video of a dude getting arrested because he was with a minor. He was child jumping off the parents' roof or something. The daddy called the police to come and get him. He 19, they daughter 14, and it's just like, see, the 14 is that. I guess it does matter. I told you it mattered, because yeah, it's just like, nah, little baby. And then the fact that they was even having intercourse, I couldn't even finish the god doggone body cam footage because I didn't even like what I'm hearing. I'm like, boy, you 19 in here messing around with somebody's child. Like, you 19. I was just like, this is so bogus on his behalf. And I just hate that the parents even had to deal with that. Like, they going through her phone finding messages that are explicit, videos of them that are explicit. And it's just like, are you freaking serious? Like, that is not what we want for the future. And I'm glad at least some parents is like, nah, we pressing charges. We want him jailed and serving time and scared to ever do something with anybody again. Yes, we want him as an offender. Register him immediately, because I don't like the parents that be like, oh, no, we don't want. Yes, we do. We do. When I be watching the body cam footage and the parents be stupid, I be so mad. Right. See, with a red line that, because I watched it. The whole family gets arrested. This made me so mad. The whole family. All them in the thumbnail. Or it was just like, are you freaking serious? And the daddy, oh my God. Like, I ain't even added to the watch later list, because I'm just like, child, that one made me mad. It wasn't even. We just gonna move on, y'all. Wait. Because I'm like, all right. So the ban is for minors to prevent children under 14 from having social media. It allows the parents to decide. Okay, yeah. So the parents are deciding if they're over 14. So the ban is going to be for anyone under 13, but the parents have the choice if they're 14 and over. Is what I'm getting? Or are they saying even at 13, even under 13, parents are still wanting the decision if their child has social media? Oh, okay. I'm like, we need to go ahead and grab my charger. Yes, exactly that. Just like she said, if your mind is too young to absorb everything that you're being thrown on social media. Because honestly, another thing about social media too is I find out stuff that either I was taught and it was kind of glossed over, or it was never taught. And it's just like, and some things just, yeah, there have been some things that have hit the World Wide Web that just did not need to make the World Wide Web. Yeah, I'm just thinking about some of the things that I've seen, and we kind of got out of hand. We've kind of gotten out of hand. What do you mean over 1 million apps launch globally every year? Over 1 million apps, really? I ain't gonna lie, I do want an app. Maybe I should make the app. Maybe I could make an app that has, when you come in, ooh, maybe I shouldn't tell y'all. I don't know. I guess I should tell so we can manifest. Because I'm like, maybe when you come in, you have to click if you are, oh my God, wait. It could be like chat rooms. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. Because I feel like that would be cool. To where like you could click different topics. It would be like bringing forum boards back. Because I'm kind of over the whole, I don't even know if it's the influence. I'm just over the internet apps culture of having to, you know, I I I like content, but it's just something about it is just becoming so taboo. It's just like something else. I've I guess I can't say that I've never been the type of person to take selfies, because I am, but it's just something about like even people that literally, I look at people that like post it on Christmas and I'm like, dang, y'all post it on Christmas, y'all committed to this content creation, because I guess I was live twice, but sitting down editing, putting text on stuff, yeah, I'm like, I thought, I'm just like, y'all, wow. a different type of committed to the process, because I'm just like, I don't know about that one. That one caught me off guard. But I'm over it. I'm over that. Like, even having to have the content out on Christmas Day and whatever other holiday it may be. It's like having to, I guess, quote unquote, keep up, because that's not something that I do. Child, when I be posting on certain algorithms outside of YouTube, I know they be like, girl, some of them be like, who this for? Some of them be like, well, girl, where you been? And then YouTube be like, all right, she back. That's why, nah. YouTube be like, she's on live again. She back. But them other sites, having to sit down, edit. Like I said, I'm glad that I'm back in the headspace of enjoying editing. And that's why I was definitely saying, like, I want a headphone so that way I can kind of like really get in my zone with it without it being a nuance to me. But we need a shake up, because if there isn't anything else for the kids to do, because there really aren't any other sites, that's something like, I feel like, yeah, like I said, because I have one of the app, I can figure out a way to integrate it. Who knows, I might have the next best app. Check me out. Oh, so that's not bad. So they would put the restriction on at the download, like because of your Apple ID or your Android information from your Google Play Store, whatever the case may be, whatever is set up from there. That's what decides whether or not you can even download this. And that is something that I can get jiggy with. Like, it would, like, not even asking you, are you over 18 before you make the, no, not that pop up. The pop up is saying you're not over 18, you are unable to download, sign up, anything on this website. That I'm almost certain they can make happen, because it's 2025 at this point. Technology, do what it do, because that would be the best way. Because I was thinking that it would be within the app, but it's in the app store before you could even download the app. I really like that. I like that. Yeah. That's what the future needs. That's what we need. Yeah, that's very true. Because, like they said, app by app, that would be a lot to keep up with. But if you could do it, like I said, like she said, within Apple or the Google Play Store, then that makes it easier for the parent to keep up with. That takes the responsibility off the apps to have to try to keep up with, because it's literally already integrated within the system. So yeah, between Apple and Google, they would just have to do their part. And like we said, Google already owns YouTube, so I feel like they could figure it out. If anything, like Google, come on, y'all made the god doggone internet for real. So, well, not for real. They shut down the competitors, the originators. Oh, child, yeah, because we don't use Yahoo search engine anymore. Bing is still a thing, but I don't know who uses, it depends on what system that you have. Yeah, because I'm like, I have Safari. So, but even still, it's powered by Google. So, Apple can figure it out. I believe in them. Right. Right. So I'm glad they even addressed that. The aspect of working social media, literally. But again, on the creator side, not just having a personal account, if that's the case. because it should not just be that kids can sign up for this app because that's what they want to do. But if they are someone that does have a business, or they're in acting, or they're in modeling, they're being managed by someone, or want to be, again, I feel like that should be done on the creator side. I do not feel like they should have personal accounts. Yeah, yeah. I feel like children under 13 will be just fine without social media. I feel like by 14, 15, because that's the time that you're entering high school anyway. I feel like that would be the most ideal time for teens to start integrating to the social aspects of online digital spaces. Yeah, yeah. That way their first little friends can actually be, their high school classmates. Kind of like it was, like I said, when I was starting out with like Facebook at like 14, 15, like my sophomore year of high school. My friends were the people that I was in class with. You message them about the homework, you message them about stuff that happened in school that day, stuff that y'all are doing on the weekends. Yeah, because at this point in time, when I was growing up, baby, the phone, you couldn't even talk on before a certain amount of time. Like, literally, it costs money to even talk on the phone. You had to wait until after 9. And then you really had, or your parents really had money if your minutes was free after 6. Because, baby, wait until after 9. Baby, my bedtime was at 8, 8:30. I ain't even get to use them free, me, baby. Once them free 6, oh, free at 6, oh, what? BBM me, BlackBerry Mobile me. What else? What else I had? SCP 2700. My baby fat phone. Call me. But see, and that's why I'm like, there are no more rites of passage. Even just having to wait to use the phone. Like you got out of school, or we'll say you got home from school 3, 4 o'clock. Then you had to wait until 6 to even pick up the phone to call the friends. So between 3 and 6, you're doing your homework, you're hanging out outside. If you got siblings, you're hanging out with your siblings. Child, or if I was an only child, so you might be on your laptop, might be watching some TV, hanging out in the house, child, making some science experiment. It would be the equivalent, I don't know, to make it slime. I don't know. I was always a crafting kid, so yeah, I might be somewhere making little bracelets, tie-dye t-shirts or something like that. Always, yeah, always crafting something. They don't even have hobbies for real. Like, that's kind of wild. Outside of like sports. Huh. I'm like, that's kind of wild for real now that I think about it. Cause like, what are they doing? No, really, what are they doing? So at this point, I guess it's definitely a matter of finding something for them to do, because they need something to do. They need something to do. Because if not, they're going to keep talking to the older people, trying to do things that older people do that they should not be doing. Because I'm tired of seeing them in lace fronts. I tell you that much. I'm tired of the mamas slapping them on their head, too. Because, like, what kind of mama, like, for real? We're going to be all right, hopefully. We going to be all right. So, yeah, that's going to wrap up this live chat and react, because that pretty much wraps up. Well, I ain't going to say that. I'm like, that pretty much wraps up this video. We're going to read the comments and see what they have to say, because y'all know that's also my co-host outside of y'all in the comments. So, okay. Not someone said parents need to stop using the internet as a babysitter. Spend time with your kids. Now, y'all, real life, earlier today I was in a car and I heard a commercial where the man was like, basically it was an ad where it was like, the ad was saying you need to be a dad. And it was just like, kids don't care what you do. They just want to, as long as you're having fun with them, they have fun. So the man was just like, just get a timer and just said 10 seconds. He said, one time I had a contest to see how long my children could hug me. I mean, look, like he was just like, you can make anything a game. Like, how fast can you give them 10 seconds to fold their clothes up to see how fast they can do it, or compete with each other. And he was just giving them different. And it's just like the fact that there was even a commercial, an ad about being a dad was wild. So yeah, we're gonna like that one because I agree with that one. It said children should be playing outside instead of being on social media. And I mean, part of that I do agree with, because I spent my childhood being crispy black from the Florida sun. Like, oh my goodness. Especially hanging out at other people's house. When I tell y'all, oh my goodness. Other people's parents, I guess my mama really didn't throw me outside because I was her only child, and it was just like, nah. But going over other kids' house, other people's house, and they had kids, they mamas part-time wouldn't even let us be inside. I remember drinking out the water hole because it was like, you're not finna be running in and out, letting the air in and out, da 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 da. Like, they mamas, I could see it having multiple kids while the finances would be tight, and it was just like it was, be outside or inside. Pick one, but it was mainly forced to be outside. It was like, if we had to come inside, we did something that got us in trouble when we had to take a nap. We done pick somebody off. Now we gotta lay down. That was us being inside. But other than that, I was like, nah, we used to walk to the pool, the library, the store, other people's house. Outside. Maybe that's why I don't even like, well, no, I do still like being outside. But yeah, we used to have ask for bicycles because we're gonna ride to the store. We tired of walking to the store. Now we old enough to ride to the store. We can't ride no car, but we can get on them bicycles and get down that street. Cause the scooter, oh God, you can only go so far in the scooter. Cause child, all the kick push like a skateboard, workout. But that bicycle was the thing, okay? Skates, workout, but still you had to have some type of wheels. Before there was a car, it was 90s kids on, like I said, a bike, a skateboard, a scooter, something. And someone said, honestly, kids shouldn't even have smartphones until high school. Get them a flip phone until then. I'm not even mad at it. Because I did have a phone, but I ain't get no camera phone until high school, which is true. Which is very true. When I had that phone, it was for emergencies. It literally had, the screen wasn't even really color. It was black and orange on one of the phones. On the first phone that I had. That's how childlike it was. The second one, I think, was like the black and white screen. Yeah. Color screens and all that. No. It wasn't until I got... Because honestly, yeah, the way kids lose stuff, put stuff down, break stuff. Child, other kids may take stuff. Because somebody stole my baby fat jacket. I'll never forget that. Girl, why would you take my jacket to a 3-piece set? Take it off right now. Trying to convince me that it's yours. I wanted to push that girl down the stairwell. I'll never forget that. Spent the whole... somebody stole my backpack one time. Like, yeah. And that was in high school. That was in 9th grade, though. So he was still 13, 14 years old. Exactly. After that, senior year. That was my senior year. Somebody stole my backpack. I don't know what that was about. Stole everything out my backpack, put the backpack in the trash, but I was not finna go to class until I found my stuff. I still don't know who stole it and stole my stuff, but took my binders, my Juicy Couture binders, Juicy Couture paper, just jealous. Oh my goodness. But I just wanted my backpack, because baby, don't walk around here with my backpack. I still want to know who took my binder, though, now that I think about it. Now that just came to my mind. I'm gonna find out. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find out. Someone said, I'm blessed and relieved to not have grown up with social media. Part of that I can agree with. Someone said social media is the new cigarette addiction. Great job, Florida. I can agree with that. Another person said, I started using social media when I was 8 years old. I'm currently 21, and let me tell you, this is the greatest choice ever made. Nothing good comes from leaving children have unchecked access to the internet, especially in spaces where you interact with strangers of all types. I also befriended a ooh, okay. I also I also befriended I don't even like that. And I'm glad that somebody said that. Even if this is not a true story. But I also befriended somebody that shouldn't have been talking to me because they were too old to be talking to me when this person was 9. But even placing bad adults outside social media is toxic. I would obsess over trends. I would constantly check notifications to be up to date. I quickly stopped playing silly flash games in favor of liking and sharing. And if it hadn't stopped when I was 13, I'd probably be deep in drama all day. Well, somebody had to say it. Like you said, yeah. Or he or she on here at 8, 21, and they said, please put a stop to it. I'm glad somebody said it. Someone said, my child does not use social media. You can see the difference in behavior, thought process, and appreciation. That's true, too. Because the kids that you see on social media because their parents are posting something that happened with their kids, you can see that they speak differently, they think differently, they dress differently. They are kids being kids versus the kids that are on TikTok learning the dances, posting on TikTok, know how to scroll between apps and everything else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It definitely needs to be, yeah. Cause like, are they doing flashcards? Are we doing sight words? Can't be, cause some of them don't know they sight words. They don't. Someone says, there is absolutely no reason for children to have social media. I am for this 100%. So I'm glad it looks like the majority of the comments are in favor of this not being around. Someone else said, my daughter didn't have her own phone until she was 16. She had no interest in social media until she was 19. Now at 31, she spends very little time on social media. She lives her life in real time, not on social media. We love that for her. Someone says, awesome idea because our children are literally becoming zombies because of social media as well as adults. Truth. This is truth. Someone said parents need to stop letting social media be the babysitter. Yeah, we've already established that. All right. So many parents do not control their children. The children control the parents. I've seen that happen too. Yes. Another great job, Florida. Someone says, I grew up in SoCal, but my mother was from Ireland and I spent many summers there. In the 1970s, their TV was only on 2 hours every morning, afternoon, and maybe 3 hours in the evening. I remember that everyone knew their neighbors, always outside, and many satisfying friendships. I remember coming back home and TV was on 24/7. I think that Florida is doing something magnificent, and I hope other states will follow because it's a matter of protecting our mental health. Mental health, the kiddos, their mental health, and the like. Because the rate at which they're even saying that the children are taking their own lives because of bullying and stuff like that, it's like, part of me doesn't believe it because I can't even tie no rope. And I've been alive 3 decades. So I can't imagine no 8 to 11-year-old not only tying a rope around themselves, but taking their own life. I don't see that happening, so I find those type of stories fishy. But I have seen where there is a lot of bullying, and I mean, because like I said, even I was bullied, but even like I said, it was just because like people were jealous, but it was still like I still had to get the short end of the stick of still being bullied because people didn't know how to handle their own jealousy because it don't got nothing to do with me. Like nothing. So yeah, I got bullied because people were jealous, which is wild. So it comes in all formats. It comes in all formats. Someone said this is groundbreaking. I hope this will become the law in all states. Right, because I'm like I said, like if we are not alive today, is this current, state of the earth what we want the future to inhibit? And it's like, no. We would definitely not want, no, it's like we got to get the laws and the rules together. And so I'm like, if you just get the system together, you don't have to fix it. Like, you don't have to keep coming back and amending things. Because, again, at one point in time, people of color were possessions, and it's just like, I don't know who decided to make that rule, but it's just like, well, yeah, we do. But it's just like, child, what the fuck was you thinking? Because you could have been thinking. Couldn't have been thinking. Talking about all the groomers that big mad. Stop it. Stop it. She said, but did she say, but do the kids think it's a good idea? It's not up to them to decide. No, that's fine. Like, I said that too, because I'm like, they gonna say they can't wait to be 14. That's what she said. What are the kids gonna think? They're gonna think, oh, 14 is not coming fast enough. They're gonna be, just like you have to be 21 to, drink. You have to be 16 to even get a license. Like, we have certain rules in place because mentally, it's a certain time and a place for you to be at this stage of life. And prior to the brain even developing really socially, these kids don't need to be on social media. And yeah, that's just where we're going to stand by it, because I haven't seen anyone in the comments disagree yet. And like I said, I am really glad of that. Someone said, parents, why are you buying them phones and giving them access to social media? Don't buy them phones. Not even that. Or like they said, we just got to get back to, because if it's just for emergency purposes, like, they could have a little, because they still make phones that have little minutes on them and stuff like that, Because, yeah, get them a phone where they can't get no apps. Look, you can literally make calls. I remember literally growing up where if you press the internet browser on that phone, it was like the world was going to end. Like, you were so scared your bill was going to be all the money in the world, because don't pick that phone up and then it's been on the internet browser, and then you trying to figure out how long it's been on this web page that you did not click, and it accidentally came up. You may have pulled it out your pocket. Now you see the internet page. Oh my goodness, it's like, I know you lying, because I'll never click that button. I'm telling you, like, it literally was a point in time where I'm like, how did we gravitate from that? And I'm thinking Apple, the iPhone. Because I'm like, how did we get away from that? Because even my baby fat phone did not have apps, because it was a Motorola. Yeah, because I'm like, how did we? Yeah, because we had Blackberries. Yes, because I remember when the last Blackberry crashed and I had to get an Apple product. Broke my heart. It was like, what do you mean y'all don't make Blackberries no more? I don't want this phone that doesn't have buttons. I love buttons. And ever since then, we ain't had no buttons. Everything been touch screen. So the innovation of Apple, as much as I love them, also became a big detriment, because Apple is a big part of a huge part in the advancement of technology. Almost an integral part of the advancement of technology, because that's also how we got off of CD skipping. When you're trying to walk down the street with your favorite CD, child, you done drop the CD or something, or you on the school bus and it'll bump, or you in the car, bump, now your CD all scratched up. Then Apple came out with the iPhone. First we had MP3 players, and then the competitor to that was the iPod, where you could store all of your stuff, listen to your music freely wherever you were at. Yeah, because even with MP3 players, it was different. So it could be Apple. Like I said, just the innovation of Apple changed, again, technology a lot. A lot. Right, because that's where we got off of, because I'm just thinking, I'm like, with Apple, that's how we started using apps. Because prior to that, we literally used to use websites for everything. Like, it was literally www.youtube.com, www.facebook.com, www.myspace.com, gmail.com. To the point where Tamar's, one of her slogans at the time was even .com, because, I mean, you literally had to .com everything. like I said, then we got to apps. And then, yeah, because at one point in time, it used to be everybody had a website, or that was the thing. You needed to have a website to be established. And now it's like you need to have a social media account to have some type of establishment because of apps. So I'm like, does that mean we need to take Apple down? Is that what we saying? I don't know, because I'm sitting here looking at all my Apple products and I'm like, no, we just need to make sure that the kids. Hey, or maybe that's the thing. If the kids don't even have the phones to have the apps on them, that's literally how you don't have to worry about it. They literally could have one of them little Firefly phones where it's literally like, boom, 3 buttons. Mom, Dad, 911. You got 3 options. Mama, Daddy, emergency. Or maybe we could do the non-emergency number, because you might say, call my grandma for me. It might be the little 411. I don't know, because we don't even use 411 anymore. Or maybe we do. 411 might still work. I just haven't used it. That's crazy. I used to want to be a 411 phone operator. I loved how they were in the retro days. Oh my goodness. But someone said, I agree with this ban. You will see a lot of educated families supporting this. Problem is that some parents could care less. That's true. The problem is that some parents could care less. Because like they said, some people definitely use social media as a babysitter. I'm like, as for me, yeah, crafts and the TV, I guess, would have been mine. Or I guess, yeah, entertain yourself. That's what I was doing, child. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like make stuff. Literally. I'm like, I was literally experimenting, crafting, like I said, making stuff. I always had stationery kits, like always little kits from like book fairs or, just random stores. I used to make little sand sculptures with different colors sand. Yeah, it was definitely go pick something and play with. What? Had my own little table in my room and everything. Cause yeah, what are we talking about here? The little boards that got dry erase on one side and chalk on the other. Okay, at 13 they might be too old for that, but I'm just like, no, there are other things. Yeah. I'm trying to think because I'm like, I just went through my memories book, so I'm trying to think about what I would have been doing in 8th grade. I'm just trying to think about what would have been in that book. Oh, child, I definitely was going to robotics camp that summer, so I guess I would be playing with robots. Oh, so we play with Pokemon cards and Beyblades. That's yeah, yeah, that's what it was. And like I said, we played Fear Factor. It was the internet games. Hmm. Okay, so maybe they just gotta go back to playing video games. I'm like, child, what the girls gonna do? Play fashion games. That's all they want to do anyway. Come get on this YouTube and play these fashion games. Put them. That's what I'm like. Put them on the YouTube. They got all the games galore that they could pick from. They can watch movies on here. Have a little girls' night. But yeah, the internet, no, 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 no. Someone says 17-year-old here refusing to get on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat has been the best decision of my life. I've certainly felt pressure after all these years, but not having many of the mental issues plaguing many of my peers and friends has been great. Okay. So someone said my kids are in their mid 30s and didn't have internet until they were 18. They did and still do have wholesome activities. I'm aghast at the neglect parents have with their children regarding internet exposure. You know what? And that's very true too, because when I was growing up, especially at like 11, 12, yeah, 11, and when I was on the internet, especially my auntie. Oh my goodness. My auntie was literally gonna come in the computer room. What you doing? What's going on here? Like, it was always please do not ever think that you just finna just be in here doing whatever. Like, it would always just be random little pop-ups like, what's going on? What's going on? I'd be, oh, I'm playing bingo with such and such and Wood. Look, I'm playing bingo with Whitney. I'm playing what was them other little games that we used to play in them rooms? Yahtzee with Tierra. Oh, okay. Oh, because you thought wrong. Stop playing. And someone said, kids will now be spending more time doing what we did in the 80s, getting fresh air and exercise. They will also increase their attention spans, which is true too, which is very true. Because they don't even like to sit through movies. That's why I'm like, they don't go to the movies. They don't hang out. Like, their attention span is literally hanging out to scroll through shorts, TikToks, reels, whatever the case may be. It would be one thing if they was linking up to learn the TikTok dances together to do it, but it seems like they learn them separately and then come together to film, and then they scroll online the rest of the time, which is wild. Parents need to actually parent, but I don't think they know. But then that's what they always say. It's like, well, parenting doesn't come with the handbook, which is understood, but it's not like people haven't been parents prior to you. So pick something for that child to do and make them do it. And I'm like, especially under 13, like, they have to find something that they want to do. Talking about, oh, it's wild, not necessarily bad. Let them socialize physically. Yeah, physically. Someone said, born in 82. Thank God I got here before social media. Someone said, got this video recommended to me. Thanks for the YouTube algorithm. And I got to say that this is a great idea for Florida. It's always important to help teach the younger generation the importance of going outside and being physically active instead of having their eyes glued to a screen for hours and hours. For hours and hours. Someone said, this is a step in the right direction. We love to see it. That's exactly what we love to see. Talking about our parents actually being parents. Wow. Someone said, how about under 18? Too much danger out there. And I do agree. I definitely do. Like I said, this is something that I had to watch as 11, 12, 13-year-old watching Degrassi. Like I said, season 1, episode 1. Emma getting cased up by a man that's preying on her, pretending to be Jordan. Pretending to be a 12-year-old. Yeah, we had to have him. Yeah, we were in 6th grade. So we were 10, 11. Yeah, that was the whole point. They were in 6th grade with us. Because I'm like, that's why Aubrey Graham, child, will always be Jimmy. Because Drake is funny. If cinemas are regulated, this is very true. If cinemas, let's, I'm like, there are regulations for a reason. Oh, what's up, Maddie? Look, he said kids are somehow buying cell phones in the womb. Doesn't it seem like? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, around the teens age, I feel like is a good time for the kids to come online. But prior to having like the actual teen, and I'm talking about like 14, because 13 is like, okay, first of all, you just got here, so enjoy being 13, and then 14, you could actually see if this is something that you can handle. But I still feel like the social sites should have it to where they still see content from minors 18 and under, and then they have some way to show content that is whatever age to anyone that is 18 and over. But that's something that the app itself would have to care to do, which is why I like that this ban is just going forward. The kid can't even download it if they're not even at the age mark to access this site. I can get jiggy with that. And like it says, the cinemas are regulated by age-appropriate requirements. Why not social media? YouTube already has a separate platform for kids, for example, which is very true. Outside of YouTube having guidelines, YouTube does have YouTube Kids, because I will watch certain stuff from my childhood and swipe down so I can like put it in the mini viewer so I can find my next video. And it'll stop playing. It's like, oh, baby, this is for kids. We don't allow, if you thought you was finna find something else, I guess to let the parents know that, baby, the audio done stopped. That baby scrolling on to something else. Come look at it. Because, no. And I love that YouTube even says, like, is this made for kids? And you have to answer that before you can upload anything, whether it's live, shorts, reels, whatever the case may be. Because I'm like, no other site asks you that. Is this made for kids? That's why I said YouTube has guidelines. Outside of having guidelines, YouTube does have literally YouTube Kids. There's a whole separate app for kids where there is nothing but content that says, yes, this is made for kids on that particular platform. And like it says, with the cinemas, because I worked at a cinema. Even outside of working at the cinema, I just remember growing up where it'd be like, oh, we're not even letting, 13-year-olds here after, they can't even buy a ticket after 8 because the movie would end at like 10. It's like, at that point, baby, you should have already been home by 10. So you buying a ticket after 8 is not something that's going to happen. Tell you couldn't wait to turn 13 so we could buy a ticket after 8? Like, sir, the mall closed at 8. We supposed to come here after the mall. After we do our little shopping. But they were not having that. And we got to get back to not having that. It says this is the equivalent to tobacco, and the website's making you click yes if you are above 18 in order to access the website. All you have to do is just click yes. No. Okay, but see, that's why they're saying in the App Store, if your birthday is not already there, it's not going to ask you, are you over 18? The app is going to come up and say, your age does not permit you to access this. Click OK, or click go back to what you were doing, and you'd have to go back. But no, it's not going to work like that, because that's what they're saying would make it difficult and what would not work. So Johnny, I don't know if you paid attention, but it said, I live in Florida, and yesterday there were about 5 or 6 kids on the corner riding their bikes in the middle of the street, and I said we need to see more of the kids, need to get out of the house and get out of behind the TV. Okay, so I'm just thinking, because I read that, because I was riding around with my half brother as we were going to go get his half brother. Dang, why am I gonna say? That's crazy. But because of the housing environment that he lives in, I'm gonna just say it was Section 8 housing. So yeah, he lived in Section 8 housing, and the kids were outside playing. And I was like, I just love that the kids are outside playing. But I just thought, I had to think about it. I'm like, maybe because they don't have the devices to actually have like internet or cable or something like that. So while or maybe the kids just like playing outside. I don't know. Either way, I agree. When I see the kids playing outside, I'm like, oh my God, that's so good. Like, I love seeing the kids playing outside, being kids. Because it's just like, where are you going to get your bruises and your battle wounds from? From like jumping fences and getting scars when you're older. And it's like, well, how did that happen? Oh, I was playing outside with such and such, and this happened. I got scrapes on my knees from Dance Revolution in the middle of the mall, even though that was the middle of the mall. But like I said, we was hanging out. The arcade was in the mall. Like, I don't understand why there are no more arcades in the mall. That is something that blows my mind, because growing up, I always went to the arcade in the mall. That's why I'm like, that's what the kids were doing. You knew that as a kid, while your parent was shopping, you could hang out in the arcade and be fine. You could be in the arcade. They'll be shopping. They'll come and find you when it's time to go. And typically the arcade right by the food court, so you know you're going to get something to eat before you go home too. Like, that was the culture. We don't, oh my goodness. I'm like, they don't have that anymore. Like, we used to have, Sunday used to be skate nights. Yes. Sunday, because it's still skate night for the adults. Yeah. Sundays used to be, because I'm like, what did we used to do? Friday, was it Friday night used to be like movie night? No, that used to be like Saturday. Saturday used to be like the hangout at the movie night. What did we used to do Friday nights? But just as kids, we used to look forward to hanging out on, I'm like, what did we do Friday night? I know Sundays we skated. Saturdays was like the mall and the movies. I don't know why, I can't remember. But see, like I said, we did other things. We could have been bowling. Okay, but hold on. Like I said, at 13. You got to go back to 13. Okay, so Friday nights, we might have just been in the house watching a Disney Channel movie, waiting on Saturday and Sunday so we could really hang out. Because I'm like, that seems more like what we would be doing around that time. Yeah, waiting on the Disney Channel movie, the Friday night movie, to come on at 8 o'clock. And you might be in a little, you'll be on the phone with your friend. Friday nights, you would definitely just be on the phone with your friend, Oh yeah, cause look, this one you ain't got no bedtime. Like we said, the minutes was free at the 9, but even still we had house phones, cause yeah we kids at this point. So yeah, yeah, hanging out on the house phone, watching movies, getting kicked off the phone when your parents gotta use the phone, waiting for them to hurry up and get off the phone so you can call your friend back before it get too late, and their mama don't want you calling their house. Yeah, we got to get back to stuff like that. Because when they cell phones, they just be calling whenever or just chatting whenever. Huh. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Someone said it's not a violation of parents' rights because the kids can have an account if their parents say they can. Like, I'm glad you know the truth. Because I'm like, okay, child. You said you the fool, not us. Not us. Look at us in the algorithm as we should be. Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching. I know that's right. Um, so someone says, I was a teacher for a full decade. Everything starts at home and trickles down from there. Well, I mean, that's just the facts of the matter. Every state and every country should follow Florida for the sake of our children. And they said, make America great again. Amen. It's all ridiculous. Billions of people in this world were raised without social media, and we produce brilliant children. I don't know about brilliant, Gayla, but yeah, yeah. Um, I think the polling results make sense that more of the parents that participated in the polling chose that they want to be in control to be able to educate their children and teens on social media usage and making sure they aren't being over, let's say, exposed to social media. I mean, that sounds better than the control of a ban, okay, in Florida. And with all the social media apps out there, enforcing will be an uphill battle. Okay, so that's not what they saying. But yeah. Kids and young teens don't need to be on social media. Point, as simple as that. Like, that's just the bottom line. My kids didn't have a phone till 18 years old. It's wild. Like I said, I could see 14. I could definitely see 14. But 18, I mean, I guess they just talked on the house phone for 18 years, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to say that because I'm like, even on ATL, Teddy mama used to pick up the phone, tell him get off the phone. She got to use the phone. And that's how you also, yeah, that was also how you had a healthy fear of making sure that you always were doing right. Because like now on social media, like they said, the parents don't have really control over what's posted, what's said, what's seen. But when you was on the phone, also in being home, you knew that people could hear you. You knew that people could pick up that phone. You knew that it was essentially, if even if it was a private conversation, it was public because you were home with others. Versus just in the phones, they're literally in a private space doing only God knows what, being exposed to people that may not be the best people to be exposed to. Someone says, perfect. The rest of the nation should join in. I agree. Kids need to develop their social skills, use the phone to actually talk with people and get outside of some physical activities, which is very true. Because for the longest, even myself, I had a fear of just like, even like, I don't like talking to answering machines, but it's like, that is a skill that you have to have. Just even calling people and asking questions is something that you have to do because a movie that's coming out is about a girl talking about how she didn't check with the, what's that movie about the two weddings that got booked on the same event because the girl was scared to use the phone. And it's just like, girl, what? Like, talking about your social anxiety prohibits you from picking up the phone. So now you done schedule these people at the same wedding, same place, same time because your anxiety. No. No. Maybe kids gotta get bullied a little bit. Maybe the bullying is a little beneficial. Maybe somebody gotta, knock the kids around a little bit so they kind of get it because they getting soft. And then yeah, it's just like I don't even want to say when you're bullied and fall out because you should, because I don't want to say yeah. I'm like to a certain extent the bullying did kind of make me stronger, cause yeah, it just also helped me not give a fuck. But it also made me, have to stand up for myself a little bit too. Have to bully some people back because it's just like, hold on now, this been going on too long. We done gone on too far. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it kind of does build some type of character, whether that character is the villain, the victim, or somebody that tries to become better. I guess that would be the hero. Cause I'm like, yeah, but it'll build some character, all right. Bullying, it will definitely build some character. What character it builds is up to the person. It's up to the person. Oh my God, that's so tough. I feel bad for him. I'm 15 and imagine this coming to Illinois. Life would be so much better. I about to say, what you trying to say? Oh, but you trying to say life would be so much better. Someone said society as a whole is broken, but it's okay because we're gonna put it back together. Hopefully, someone said I'm with it, but how can they force it? Some of my grandchildren, them being teenagers, are claiming to be 30 or 40 years old to have an account. Can this be checked? Cause cut it out. Cause cut it out. Not they are putting in different birthdays just so that they could be on these apps. And that's why I said that's why I feel like we as the, adults on these apps should be able to report when we see that someone is clearly not the age that this account says that they are. And not even that the accounts show your ages, because that's the thing too. A lot of people don't like to show their age because of how society has treated ageism as if it's not a blessing to age. Cause I'm like, I guess, yeah, cause there are some women that are out here 32 pretending to be 26 or 23, whatever the case may be, and some of them that are 13 pretending to be 31. So again, nationwide, so we can put it within the play stores, the app stores, so it could just be taken care of at the jump. And then someone says, my thumbs up is for the message. Agreed. Finally, there is some wisdom coming to light. Children do not need social media. The only socializing should come from parents and those trusted individuals that parents approve of to have interactions with those children. And I know that's right. Less outside influences and more conversation with real people. I definitely agree. It's, yeah, you need to be talking to parents and trusted adults. Literally. Everyone else is literally still stranger danger. Literally still stranger danger to anyone that is grade school, any prior to high school. I mean, even still, we not that high school is not, any stranger danger, but just when you are Amber Alert age, it's definitely a lot more precautions that should be taken. Someone said, beyond dark, evil and insidious content is rampant on social media, and I do agree. It is. It's dark. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I'm like, I've seen some things that, oh my God. I mean, literally, some people have even been live taking lives, literally. Like, there are some things that it's just like, it's heavy. It's heavy. While it may be real, because yes, we want the real, and no, everything cannot be light. But yeah, we've literally, like, even the man that crashed out on the CPS worker, put him in the chokehold because the daughter, was insinuating that something happened in the room. We literally had to watch a man choke out CPS on a lot. It's like, I couldn't imagine the child seeing that. Forget any other child. The child of the father having to see that. I mean, yeah. It's a lot that the children don't need to be exposed to. Someone said all these hypocrites still buy their kids phones, which is the unfortunate truth, because I'm like, maybe at this point they just don't need iPhones, because I do know that I watch a family on YouTube and they take the kids' phones. Because London is not even 13 years old yet. Yeah. At, I think, like 6 o'clock. It might even be 4. They take the phone. I think at this point they let her keep the phone, but she can't use the phone. Like, they're trusting her to have it. Because I think, she a Capricorn. Her birthday coming up. I might be today. Now that I think about it, because like her mama, the grandma Capricorn, the little sister Capricorn, she a Capricorn. But loyal family. Yeah, they take them. Because now that I think, Scarlett don't even have no phone. No. I think just London. But yeah, she's, if not today, I know she a Capricorn, so she's turning 13 soon. But like I said, I'm noticing now in the videos, like I said, I know at one point in time it was definitely, they took the phone at like 6 or 8 o'clock. And maybe that's why the times are changing, because she is getting older. Because I'm like, now the last video, I think she does get to keep it. It's just she knows that the rule is at either 6 or 8 o'clock, don't touch that phone no more without coming to ask us. Yeah, because even when she does the pranks on her parents on the channel, she'll be like, I'm not using my phone. She'll be telling me, I'm not using my phone. It's just for the prank. So, don't go too hard on me. Like, okay, girl. We can appreciate you abiding by the rules. So, yeah. Because I'm like, there are a lot of kids that just don't even have rules for the phone. Like, see, I don't even think my mama gave me rules with the phone, because she was just going to check the phone bill. Why the f*** is you on the phone at this? Okay, you're right, girl. Because it was bedtime anyway. That's what it was. I said, go to bed 8 o'clock, okay? I don't want to see no messages sent. I don't want to see no calls sent. I don't want to see nothing, okay? Because I had a type of mama that was going to call the phone number from the phone bill. Man, to this day, we'll be talking about me, because yes, my mama was going to call. Remember that time your mama called my house? Yes, I do. Why do you still remember that? Yes, I remember. And she'll do it again. And a lot of other parents need to get jiggy with the program, because what's going on? Like I said, it's way overdue. Parents should stop, allowing stuff on social media, which is true. Because I'm like, and I also feel like this is where a lot of the kids are like getting confused on their sexuality too. Because it's just like, I have never seen so many teens decide that they like the same sex. Even the ones that's talking about they changing their gender at like 8 and 10 years old. It's wild out here. Like, yes, it's too much even for me. And I've been alive 3 days. The stuff that I've seen on this World Wide Web is some stuff that I never thought that I'd see. Like, especially the whole transgender advocacy that these kids are going through. Whether it's from that Zaya, that ᴄᴏ宜girl, and whoever else may be on here making kids think that it's cool to be, with the same sex. But then there are certain kids, because like even my god brother, like at 10 years old, like when I first found out what gay was, like I saw it in him, I was like, oh my god, you are the definition. But it was like just that one out of the whole freaking school, and one other girl, Kaylin. I knew that she was gay. I knew that she was, and she is to this very day. She a whole stud at this point. And it was like, I knew it. You was only a girl because your mom was forcing you. The rest of us was really girls. But them two, out of the whole school, only one boy, only one girl. That's why I'm like, how is it now that a whole school, it seemed like 1 out of every 5 students like the same sex. And it's just like, whoa. Or they changing their gender, and it's just like they said, the kids ain't even dressing out. They can't even dress out for gym and stuff like that. Like, that's been a part of gym culture since before I even had gym. Like, even in the movies in like the 70s and the 80s, they go to the gym, they go to the locker room, they shower, they change. That's a part of high school. That honestly was a part of the reason why I couldn't wait to get to high school, even though I didn't want to go to gym. Something about the whole rite of passage of having a locker room. Oh my god, we did have a locker room in middle school, but we only dressed out. We didn't have the cool showers and everything, so you didn't have to sweat, because we was girls. Yeah, we was definitely going through puberty and everything. So it was like, yeah, you showered and then you went to class. They can't do that nowadays, and I find that so strange, because I'm like, literally from the time of movies, Like, even on carry, like, the locker rooms was just like, you have made it. You are literally in high school. Once you get gym as your elective, you know that you got to put on the school shirt with the shorts at some point in time in the day. For us, it was at the beginning of the day. It was like, you're going to be physically fit so that way you stay awake throughout the rest of the day, because we know y'all don't want to be here. Which was kind of smart to start the day with us exercising, as you should start your day. Which is why we do our, mind, body, spirit, wellness. That's why we got to get back on our, AM exercise. But it be cold outside. That's why I was like, we were supposed to go to the gym. That's what it was. That's what it was. But y'all know it's going to be packed because it's the beginning of the year. So I don't know, because I don't even think people going to act like they're going to try to do something this year. I think going into 2025, everybody is just being realistic. It's just, you know, I think everybody going to start exercising like March, maybe at the end of January. They're going to kind of let the year cool out. Ain't nobody going to be in no rush. Only the ones that are really, actively trying to really change or do something, be healthy. But anybody that's just doing it just to get a little, one-time fix or yearly fix, just seem like they coming later. Like they said, ain't nobody talking about new year, new me. Oh, this my year. No, I said this is my year. This year, my golden year. And what a year it has been. It's definitely been a year. So I'm like, last few comments, because at this point, I'm like, we have been on here an hour. And like I said, shockingly, I have not seen someone say, oh, I can't believe them, yada, yada, yada. Like, thus far, everyone's like, this is great. Like I said, it's an excellent idea. What's wrong with kids playing at our backyard and parks? They do not need social media and computer screens, which is very true. Even if it's just the park. Like, even if it's just the park. Yeah. Because, that is kind of how you made your neighborhood friends. Yeah. You had to be outside, even if it was your front yard, your backyard. If you could walk to the neighborhood park, bike to the neighborhood park, if it wasn't too far from your house, whatever the case may be, you should do it. Someone said, honestly, as a father of two who grew up in the 2000s, you a father of two or you grew up in the 2000s, baby, you only been alive, or I guess about 25 years, father of two. But he said the 2000s, which made me feel like a child was after 2000. But moving on with life, I could have done better with their access. Part was ignorance and part was fatigue. I hope this, has the intended effect and doesn't overreach. Okay, well, at least you know. Amen. We love that for you. Someone said, while I'm all for this in every way that a child should stay off social media, but having to regulate people to be good parents is a stretch. It's not funny, but it is. It's just the truth of the matter. Someone said this could prevent a lot of online bullying and could potentially save lives from the people who snap because of bullying. And that's why I said, like, for whatever reason, it is a lot of bullying on the social sites. But part of me also believes at this point, I can't believe that it's coming from Americans, because this is the World Wide Web. It could be from people that literally do not live anywhere remotely near us, which is why it's one thing to be bullied in your neighborhood, but it's just like, or at school or something like that. But then when you have to get on the World Wide Web, and then the whole World Wide Web has access to either lie or be rude or project, or just because people just get on the internet and say whatever. People get on the internet and say stuff to you that they would never say if they were in your face. People get on the internet and like literally insert themselves in conversations that they would never insert themselves in real life. It's just like, what made you decide to use your time, your fingers, your brain, your energy to say something so stupid? I was trying to find a better word, but anytime people jump in something, it's never really something that's intellectual. Like I said, people will argue with you because you say that people should not be doing 120 and a 30, and people say, oh, you're scary, oh, you are stupid, oh, you are such and such, oh, you are. It's just like, no, You have no reason to be doing 120 and a 30. And that's just the bottom line. Like, what is going on that you are sitting here trying to justify this? That's, I mean, next level bananas. Next, like, literally. You could literally be trying to help people get the best for themselves, but they'd be like, who do you think you are? Somebody that's just trying to make sure that we all stay alive, especially if you're going to be driving on the road with us and you want to do 120 and a 30. I'm just saying, jail. I'm just saying, come and get them, okay? Especially if this is how you drive on a regular, and not just because you're late or because you're trying to get somewhere and this is a one-time thing and you're just really trying to fight to get there. No, this is how you drive every time you get in the car. You think you ᴄᴏ宜Andretti, Danica Patrick, child, whoever else. You think you NASCAR itself? Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Someone said ban the rest of the corn sites too. Oh yeah, get the corn sites out of here too, because the corn sites, child, no, they get on my nerves. Oh my God. It don't even be the kids that be on the corn sites. It be the men. They definitely be on the corn sites, and it's just like, let it go. Give it up. Give it up. Oh my God. But that's why it's because we are now in this sexually driven world. That's why I'm like, we got preteens who are embodying Tyler, who looks like a preteen but is 22, and they over sexualize her. They over sexualize, honestly, everyone that they know has a teen audience. Now that I think about it, from the melted spice girl, from the not so sexy girl, the who else? Like I said, Tyler's another one that they over sexualize, knowing that they have a teen audience. Sabrina Carpenter as well. And I didn't even know that she was a Disney Channel kid, because she's the Disney generation after me. The Zillennials, that's what I call them. The ones that's Gen Z and Millennials that's born like in the 99s and 2000s. That Disney Channel era. But the fact that she just is extremely raunchy, knowing that she has, I'll say them kids are between 14 and 24. Yeah. Because I'm like, how old is my sister? That's not about right. Yeah. I'll say about that, yeah. Between 14 and 24. Because I just got on to her. But just looking at her concert and looking at how just suggestive everything is, it's just like, hold on. See, when I was growing up, it was, we wasn't do, cause I'm trying to think of the lyrics. Excuse me. Promiscuous girl, wherever you are, I'm all alone, and it's you I want. Promiscuous, yeah, it was. Excuse me, it was more tasteful. Even excuse me, even Tupac's, I get around. He just wasn't out here like, oh, I'm singing and banging and hoeing and singing and that. Like, nah. It was just, I get around. And then he just had the girls in the video, round and round, round. Even Ludacris, I don't even know, because, excuse me, ooh, these hiccups getting bad. But I'm like, even Ludacris told us he had hoes in different area codes. And, excuse me, for Callie to say that she didn't even know that was a song. And it's just like, wait. Hold on. I'm hiccups trying to take me out. Because I'm trying to wrap it up anyway. But yeah, it was more demure, very, very cutesy, very demure, very not so trashy, very not so trashy. Yeah, because y'all have gone from trashy to ghetto. And not even ghetto. It's beyond ghetto. It's raggedy at this point. Y'all have gone to raggedy. Y'all have put the bar in hell. But like I said, child, I'm a child of God. So y'all gonna have to get with the program of high standards, high as heaven. Cause yeah, the bar just getting closer and closer to hell, and I'm not going there to get it. So just have to call it back up to the high standards that we need it to be. Okay? So I'm like, I just see just last little comment before I go. Someone says, as a parent, the internet is dangerous for children. As a conservative, the government overreach is very dangerous for everyone. This should be up to the parents, not the government. Nope, sorry. Cause all the not so great parents ruined for y'all. Someone said I had to scroll a long way to find a sensible response. No. Like I said, that there have been, like, the word diabolical has come back around at this point, because there have been some diabolical things on this World Wide Web that a child under the age of 14 cannot comprehend, cannot grasp, should not be exposed to in the least bit. Talking about government overreach is very dangerous for everyone. Like, there's no reason why for you to even think that way, because what is a child? A child. We're not even talking about a teen. We're talking about a child under the age of 14. What is their reason for being on social media? Please. Someone said, I'm a conservative and can't stand the thought of government overreaching, but as a parent, I see firsthand just how stupid these kids are, and it's 100% the parents' fault. Parents today would rather be their child's friend rather than a strict parent who has to teach their child important lessons like discipline, ethics, etc. If parents are unwilling to do what's necessary for their children, then it's up to the law. Well, it's as simple as that. Because I remember when I was growing up, they put a curfew. Like, it was a curfew. Like I said, we could not even get a movie ticket after 8 o'clock because it was just like, what is your 13-year-old doing outside of the house after 10 p.m. anyway? If the child is under 13, there's no reason for them to be outside the house after 10 p.m. Like they said, if you got the 8 o'clock movie ticket, if that was the last showing, you out of there by 10. But that movie literally had to start at like 7:45, so you can be out of there at like 9:45, so you can be home by like 10. Like, no. Someone said, okay, child, talking about it's overreaching. I don't think that it's overreaching when we've seen what the internet can expose children to. Yeah. Because like I said, Northwest has always worn clothes as long as we've seen Northwest. As soon as Blue Ivy get up there, wearing whatever she want to wear, everything is super short, everything is showing off her cleavage. What does Blue Ivy have on? Showing off her cleavage, and it's super short. And I'm just like, Kim, you were doing so good. You were doing so good. Like, and I understand, because I think North is a Capricorn too, which, like, her birthday, yeah, because I think Blue and North are Capricorns. Think she turning 12 though. Either way it goes, these kids are still under 14. They're still kids. Like, they're not teenagers. They're sure preteens, but still kids nonetheless. Like, oops, someone said parents need to grow up. It won't happen if the government continues to act as mommy as daddy. Some of the ads that sneak through are ridiculous, which is very true. And as well, it could be some of the ads too, because yeah, it's just like, but even still, parents, like, I don't know who that little girl is. I was just watching someone deep dive to about how this little 13-year-old girl, her mom has her on the internet pretending to be 2 years older. So by the time she was pretending to be 18, she was really like 15 going on 16. But she was having a partnership with like a energy drink that is known for being sexually explicit. And it's just like, that's what I'm talking about. As the parents, it's just like, baby, are you serious? Because she's sitting there talking about that picture that my daughter posted with that can is $10,000. Okay, yeah, nice that it's $10,000, but you're objectifying your child And that's why even that Bible say, for the love of money is the root of all evil, because you would literally objective. Not only are you like you lying about, like literally messing this child up mentally. Like, we get it, the money's there, but it's just like, it should never be that serious. It should never be that serious. Someone said it's not the government overreaching, it's about making responsible parents. Because if we can't, because at this point, even Muhammad Ali said it's easier to train up a child in the way that they should go versus a man that's been alive however many years. Once people get set in their ways, believe they know everything, can't tell them nothing, like, what can you tell them? Especially these again, kids could be in the wrong. The parent is gonna go hard for the kid. The kid could be doing 120 and a 30, and the parent will get mad at you for correcting their child. Like, even if you just say, hey, my grandma walks down this street sometimes, so I don't think you should come by so fast because I don't want you to accidentally hit her as she's crossing the street. Why you gotta tell my kid? Okay, baby, ain't nobody finna get into it or lose their life because you don't want to tell your child they're not right or that you wrong. Maybe it's more so about the parent being wrong. Maybe the parent don't want to feel like it's an avoidance on their end because they feel like they, have done such a stellar job with their child. You tell them nothing, even though they clearly cutting up. Clearly. Someone said, I agree with you, but these days far too many parents need the government approval because they have been bullied into thinking they have no rights to their own parenting. Someone said, this should absolutely be the parents' responsibility for the children, but unfortunately it has become the babysitter for a lot of children, and they are allowed to go online unmonitored, which has their children in a lot of places that their or their own eyes should not be seeing or hearing, even being in the last few years covered up by awful comments as well. You could watch news programs and commercials of every kind popped up. Now it's continuous flow of interruptions. I really think everyone should start by example and weaning ourselves off the gadgets also. So let's pray for a turnaround and ask the Lord to help us all lay these devices down as much as possible and doing things better and looking at each other instead of the screen. Okay, I can get you with what you're saying. I mean, the government decided what age a kid can learn to drive. Is that different from deciding what age can access social media? I think not. These are my points. That's what I'm saying. We have age where we can drive. We have age where we can buy a drink. We have age where we can even get in the club, let alone drink at the club. I mean, literally, you got to be a certain age to buy a lottery ticket, a cigarette, shoot. You got to be a certain age to even buy a bottle of liquor. According to Walmart harassing me, I wasn't even trying to buy no liquor. I was just there with the person that was buying the liquor. They harassing me for my ID. I would have gladly got out because it was pissing me off anyway. But that's another story, another day. But yeah, I agree that is a slippery slope getting the government involved, but I also agree that too many parents aren't actually parenting. Those who are addicted to social media themselves probably aren't going to restrict or even monitor their children's use. It's sad. So glad I grew up without this crap. Talking about it's up to the parents. Did you read the bill? Stop it, because we listen. Talking about did we read? Government overreach is the government taking over the role of parenting, taking away responsibility from parents. Talking about that's taking away responsibility from parents. Right, that's why I'm like, I don't believe that's what it is, but I do believe that there should be an age restriction on these sites. Parents need to learn to take their responsibility back. Is what she's saying exactly. Why should the government decide at what age a person why should the person decide at what age a person can do anything? Girl, because that's what they've been doing for the longest. What you mean? For as long as I've been here and prior to. Like that's pretty much what it was. I mean, they even have an age on what's considered the legal dating age and legal consent. I mean, there pretty much have been restrictions and access dates Like I said, since before I've been around. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I be just feeling like people just be talking just to talk. And that's why, because I'm like, if that was your response, don't, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. So, why aren't you for banning nugs, spelled backwards, that actually hurt people? Again, y'all can have the nug. I say take away the bullets. Like I said, everybody get blanks. A blank will give you enough time for the authorities to come, because I just don't believe that anyone should have the ability to take a life. I wholeheartedly, firmly believe in that, and that's just my belief. I believe I done seen them blanks do some damage, and them blanks could teach you a lesson too, to stop playing with people, because you don't want to get shot up again. So, I mean, hey, it could, yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So someone said they are 100% a conservative and 100% disagree with you. We elected people to look after the best interests of everyone. In fact, the U.S. Constitution states that it is the duty of the elected bodies to provide the general welfare of the public. Don't assume everyone thinks like you. Not all parents are good parents. Okay. Because the conservative in me agrees with that. I'm like, yeah. This is the only reasonable thing said on this thread aside from my comment, which keeps getting deleted. Oh, okay. So maybe, because I'm so surprised. That's why I keep reading these threads, because I'm like, shockingly, the comments are pretty much in favor. But Kendra is saying the comments get deleted. I don't know if the comments get deleted from this channel, or if maybe this person said a word that is restricted and that's how it got deleted. Because I don't believe Fox News has moderators and is deleting comments. No, I just don't believe that. It does say, however, most parents who don't want to deal with kids just let them have internet access unrestricted, or some don't know fully about the internet. Either that, or some parents are just not good. And it does say nugs are protected by the Second Amendment. Social media access as a child isn't a protective right. Truth. That's what I said. I don't think it's the nugs. It's just the bullets for me. Exactly what article of the Constitution states that? Baby, where do you live? Because at this point, that's why I'm like, these responses are very telling. Like, what was the point of you making this comment? It just seems like you... Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I'm like, we found the one comment, so... Found the one comment that has a little ruffling of the feather, and it's ruffling mine a little bit, because... Someone said there's always been bad parenting, which affects mostly their own children and community, which can be mitigated by good examples in said community. Government overreach affects everyone. Once the law is put in place, it is hard to get it removed. But again, what is on social media that a child under 14 would need to see? Why are you going so hard about this, Missy Appreciable? Because I'm like, at this point, you starting to irritate me the more I see. Because I'm like, you started this thread. And just the way you're trying to double down on it is a trip. Someone said, it's not that simple. Other parents' choices impact other children. When most of the middle school kids have phones and social media, that's why they communicate to make plans, etc. The parents don't allow their kids to have social media are negatively impacted socially. Now the government is saying social media is bad. The prisoner dilemma is gone. And that's why the schools be saying don't have the phones in the schools. That's right there. Why a lot of schools make them wear uniforms, so they don't have to deal with this kind of BS. Because now we got to worry about who got a phone, who don't have a phone. Because I did go to school with people that did not have phones, but it was just like, okay, you ain't got no phone. We'll talk to you when we talk to you. Someone said the internet itself isn't dangerous for children. Parts of the internet are dangerous for children. No way I prevent them from using it entirely, but at early ages, I make sure they also spend time outside and only use their internet sparingly. And for them to use it as an educational tool, which is very true. Because, yeah, we definitely did have to make our PowerPoints for our science fair, history fair, whatever fairs that we were having. So we definitely did have to use the internet and all that kind of stuff for research and all that kind of stuff. But again, we played games. I see no reason why these kids need to be on social media. You literally play games, listen to music. But again, they artists, child. Miss Spice Girl and Miss Not So Sexy. So it's just like, child, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't. Besides, I agree with this. Someone said I would agree, except for the growing number of incompetent parents. Exactly. I would agree, except for the growing number of incompetent parents. I think it is a shame that it has come to this because, yeah, even child. Oh my God. Like, I don't understand what was the point of separating children in school from mentally, slow to average to mentally advanced, and then throwing people out in the world, because I don't know if people know that sometimes they may be procreating with somebody that was ESC. Like, but the signs be there. It's like you got to see. Like, even Suki told us that she was in ESC. That makes sense. Krishan seemed like she was in ESC. Certain people, it's just like I would believe that you sat in them slow classes because you are not wrapped too tight. And then these people go and procreate, and then our good tax dollars and tax credits go to them. Hey. Okay. I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in to the live. Okay. Yeah, the parents get more incompetent by the years. Like I said, don't they putting a S at the end of mine. It's always mines. They don't know the difference between there, and there. I mean, I'm telling you, a homonym gonna kick the ass every time. Mm. Mm-mm. Baby, I hope you hear me speaking, cause I'm like, what you mean? Uh, um, yeah, I don't know what that question would be about. Uh, yeah, I don't know about that. Um, so I think it's a shame that it has to come to this, but I know more than a few kids who will benefit from having someone to put their foot down, regarding what they do online. I am speaking from personal experience. Okay, amen. Personal experience. So, what's the solution for getting parents to be more responsible? They're not doing a good job at the moment, and that's putting it lightly. This is a problem that's infecting our entire society and culture. It's way out of control. How do we get parents to do their job? Because that's why I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Okay, so here she goes. She said, in the past, society mostly took care of this by providing good examples. Okay, but girl, we don't have that no more. What's not clicking? Are you see, that's what I'm saying. What? And by encouraging good behavior while discouraging bad behaviors. Most people want to be accepted. When they're not, they usually will change their behavior. Over the past couple of decades, people have been trained to accept behavior that is quite aberrant. Okay. It is time to go back to ostracizing. Okay, child. For instance, when a very young child pitches a fit in the store because they aren't getting their wear and the parent gives in, others can make their disapproval known by a simple look. And we still do that. The parent can, of course, choose to ignore these looks, but it gets harder each time. When the same child misbehaves in school, the parent should be called in. Okay. If the parent continues not to do their job, the child should be expelled. Consequences. Um, I'm like, she says that as if that doesn't happen, but at the same time, like I said, I don't agree with children not being in school. I just don't agree with that at all. Like, I don't know. That just don't make sense to me for the child not to be in school. It's just like, I got to figure out something, but they still need to be educated. During this time period, most children pick up the message from others that their behavior as well as their parents' behaviors are not acceptable. Baby, that's not going to work in 2025. Baby, are you in 2025 or not? I mean, they've had the technological advances. That's why we got to reel it back in. That's the real life production behind this. Most will choose to start making better choices. Girl, we get body cam footage every day. No, 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 they don't. What do you mean? The teachers are literally leaving the job because the children are unhinged. Like, what are you talking about, ma'am? See, that's what I said. I don't even understand why she started this thread. And that's why everybody else with the stupid stuff started to chime in. But I just knew there had to be somebody to oppose it. So, yeah, I just had to see what stupid things they were thinking. Because it's just like, really, it took several generations to get where we are. It took several. it will take several generations to get back where we should be. Well, you're not going to help us. Normal human behavior cannot and should not be legislated. So you're trying to normalize children being on social media. That's where this whole thread is going. That's essentially where you stand. You do want this normalized. And it's quite strange. Parenting should be a normal human behavior. It is so diverse that we simply cannot legislate what would be correct for everyone. Girl, it is correct for everyone to say that a child under 4, Missy Principal, you know how to piss me off. The P stands for piss me off, because yeah, we not normalized, because that's why y'all be normalizing kids in mini skirts and micro skirts and thigh-high boots and lace front wigs and everything else. Oh yeah, it's you'll have to go to Instagram, because I don't think it's set up on Twitch. I gotta get my Twitch panels together now that you say that. Okay. Because yeah, I'm like, I don't think my Instagram is in my Twitch panel. Look, somebody said, how do you enforce something like that? They are children. They only have the rights their parents give them. Hello. So I'm like, I didn't have social media growing up. It's called library and books. Hello. And it's free. And it's free. And that's where they need to be. Yeah, that's what I said. We went to the library as kids. Yeah. We did. I stayed checking out books. That's why I still know my library card number to this day. I didn't realize. I thought I was going to get a new library card number. But no, I needed a new library card. And the lady was telling me, like, you don't need a card. You just need your numbers. And then when she told me the numbers, I was like, oh, girl, I recognize these numbers. Oh, that ain't nothing. I still know my library card number by heart. So it ain't nothing to me to go check out a book. Stayed checking out Babysitters Clubs, Goosebumps. What else was I checking out at that time? The boy version of the Babysitters Club. They was on the train. Oh my God. I'm mad I can't remember what it was. Oh, and the ones that was in the tree, the Treehouse Club, Treehouse Club kids, something like that. Them two. Junie B. Jones for sure. Captain Underpants. What else? Yeah, all that. Yeah, cause I'm just thinking about even at ATL. I'm just like, yeah, even they went to like Cascades. Like the kids had activities. There are no more activities because it seems like social media is the activity at this point, which is wild. Yeah, we gotta wean ourselves off of this immediately. Well, not us, the kids. Because I'm like, what are we gonna do about this? Because every time I see them just either dancing to something that I don't feel like they should be dancing to, because it's like, baby, do you know, like, how many times did you replay this song and your parent ain't say, why are you listening to this? Like, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's gonna wrap it up, y'all, because yeah, at this point I don't ran my mouth, and that's pretty much all I gotta say, because y'all, I didn't even know that we've been here 2 hours. I literally thought that it's been at least an hour, but yeah, now we are going on 2 hours. So let's go ahead and wrap this live up, because that's pretty much it for my thoughts on what I got to say. So before we end this live, y'all know we got to say our Course in Miracles, not only because we believe in it, because we know that we works, and we know that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Okay? Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world, as there is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. As we're all meant to shine as God's children do. Born to make manifest the glory of God within us, and it's not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Honestly, I'm thinking going into 2025, I want to record that, put it on like a 16 times speed. So, you know, at like the end of like commercials back in the day where, like I said, they ended with like, you must be 18 or older to call. where they make that spiel at the end. I think that I'm gonna make the Course in Miracles. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. I really like that. I really like the way. Yeah. Yeah. I'm starting tomorrow because that's how we're gonna end this year and go into the new year. Subscribe for the vibes. Thanks for tuning in live. Till next time, toodles. No, it's all love, baby. Spread love because that's what a real mom do. Keep it gangster. Look out for your people. KD is signing out until next time. That's it for me.